everybody, Melissa here from Clinical Education. Boy, that Clinical Education helicopter sure came in handy recently when I got a call from Interventional Radiology. They're having a little problem with some cracked drains. And so here's what's happening. When a patient has an abscess or an infectious process, Interventional Radiology will insert one of these drains through CT guidance into the patient, right into the abscess. That will then connect to a three-way stopcock. And so that stopcock goes on the end of the actual drain itself, and then on the other end of the stopcock will be the actual accordion drain or JP or whatever we're using to create a suction to remove that infection from the patient. So occasionally nurses will need to flush these if there's an order, and usually it's away from the patient, so you turn your stopcock and you open up this valve here, and then you flush away from your patient. Well, apparently what's happening is nurses can't get this off. And so what they're doing is they're removing this piece, which can crack the drain. If the drain gets cracked, it is no longer useful. That means this patient must now be NPO for 8 hours, must go all the way back down to CT. They have to assemble a team to give sedation and put this drain in again under CT guidance. We want to avoid cracking the drain and avoid removing this altogether from this piece here and only removing this here. So I tried to get to the bottom of why this is happening, and this is what's happening. When you take this off to flush through here and go away from your patient, and then when you reapply this cap, you wipe it with alcohol first to clean it. If you don't let the alcohol dry, this cap will cement on here so hard that you will not get it off. And in talking with nurses, this is pretty well known, but for some of you who don't know, people will carry things like hemostats with them. I've heard of people with Leatherman tools to get these caps off, when in fact all you have to do is let the alcohol dry and the cap will remove quite easily. I did a little experiment, very scientific. I had a three-way stopcock here that I used alcohol, did not let it dry. I have another one here where I used site scrub, did not let it dry. And then I had another one here that I used alcohol and site scrub, but let it dry. The two caps that I did not let dry, I cannot get that off. Won't come off. You might know somebody that can get it off, but I can't get it off. And the other one that I didn't let dry, it won't come off. So the only one that came off was the one that I allowed to dry first. So the moral of the story, please do not remove this from this. If you have a problem, page IR and they will come and help you. The other thing is when you remove caps from anything and wipe it with alcohol, just let it dry for 30 to 60 seconds and you will no longer have caps that are cemented on and unable to remove, and there will be no more cracking of any devices. And I hope this was helpful. I'll be moving on to something else for next time, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.